Well, there hasn't been a whole lot of black hole updating lately, because I've been busy on pinball road trips and dealing with some fishtails action. And finally, oh, also I was waiting for my circuit boards because that was kind of the thing holding up the order of operations there. But I got those, and before I forget, one thing I learned while working on Black Hole is, and Haunted House has the same, these lights that are around the window here for the lower playfield. Did I already talk about this? I don't remember, but they're 313 bulbs. They're not your standard, 44s. I don't know. It says 313 on there, I promise. What if I just wait here for 20 minutes? Oh, hey there. Can you see it? 313. So I had, there were all 44 bulbs in this, and I tested them all, and what do you know? They were all dead. Because 44 bulbs are like 6 volts, and 313 bulbs are 24 volts. And look what I happened to find in stock. Where are you? Here. Look at that. 24 volt 313 bulbs. I actually had a couple boxes and some miscellaneous sparesies. So that way I didn't have to do the modification where you can change those to accept 44 bulbs. I don't have to do that. I've got the bulbs, 313s in stock, so why go through all that trouble? I mean, one of the reasons is just because it's not a typical bulb that you do stock, so that's why one reason is people recommend them, and they're a little more pricey, but hardly. So I've got these other 313s that I've stole out of other parts Playfields, so I am covered for 313s, but this is what I'm going to be working on tonight. But I just wanted to, before I start getting too crazy, show the box of goodness. This is about $1,000 worth of pinball repair action. I sent my board guy all these boards and then some, like a bunch on top, and said try and get me 3 good sets out of all these shitty boards, which he did. So I've got 3 nice CPUs with batteries, and I asked him to even throw some ground wires on for me that I will be doing. So I just got to add the little eyelets to the end of those wires, because I guess he was out of eyelets, but I'll be doing that. So I've got 3 sets of nicely restored power supplies. Got to be careful here. This is very expensive. I got 3 soundboards, 2 with good sound chips, 1 with a little bit noisy chip, and 1 with no chip. So I kind of have an extra, but if somebody has an SC-01 or SC-01A Gottlieb System 80 sound chip, please let me know. They're very hard to find, and I need basically 1, but 2 would be ideal. 3 driver boards with the jumper modification. I asked him to do the jumper modification for these transistors up here. I forget what that's supposed to look like, but I see 3 jumpers there, so that is probably it. So that's good. And then I sent him 20 pop bumper boards, of which he went through every single one. Did the old modification where you swap the capacitor and add a jumper, and he tested and fixed every one that needed to be fixed. Oh look, that's the 10th one he did. He labeled every one of them. So I got 20 of those in total. Then you've got, oh, I sent some spare transistors, which he used a few. Okay, let's not bash things around. Then I got 3 lamp chaser boards, which I sent him to check and make sure they were all good. And then 3 soundboard drivers, soundboard power supplies. Those, that looks like maybe a new cap, but those are all good now. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? 12 boards per black hole. So that's 36 boards there here, but I sent more than that. This is just the leftovers. He kept the rest to use for parts and trade towards the work here. So today, hopefully, I'm going to install a set of boards in this guy. I'm going to go original on this one because I do have a couple Pascal all-in-one boards. But those are going to go in the ones with the nice painted cabinets. They're going to get those ones are going to get the extra special treatment. This black hole does have the motor. I haven't tried it yet. It's the original one, so it's probably loud and cranky. So I might be ordering up a few motors because I know I'm missing a couple. So I'm going to start by adding the ground wire to the ground plane, bring it all the way up. I can't open this up with one hand, I doubt. Oh, you can, okay. Power supply will be going here, and then I'll be tying that ground wire to maybe this lug, and then all the other board ground wires to that lug. Then everything will be tied to this common point and then grounded to the ground plane, and all boards will be happy, hopefully. And then I'm going to, because I need to get that ground wire, you know, traveling down here. Once that's done, then I can put in my mini playfield, lower playfield, then I can put in my upper playfield if I get some help. And who knows, maybe even fire this guy up for the first time. That's possible. It could happen tonight. But I do have to go meet a buddy, Randy, shout out. He sold his Supersonic to Maple Pinball, shout out to Shane, who is buying my Joker Poker. And Randy is going to meet me at my storage with the Supersonic, put it by the Joker Poker so that when Shane comes from Maple Pinball, he can pick up both in the same shot. So that'll make everybody happy. And I got to do that. I doubt I'll bring the camera for that, but plus it'll be dark. But who knows? You never know. I'll keep updating though. This won't be the end of this video, I don't think. Better not be. It's too short. All right. It's been a long time coming, but I finally have my back box boards installed. I only have the power supply connected right here. That is it. But I did hook up the ground, additional ground for the power supply to this lug, and from here this wire goes all the way to the ground plane at the front, like I mentioned before. So I just have the power supply grounded, you know, with the recommended ground mod, and only the power supply plugged in. So we're going to do this systematically. First thing is first is we want to test the voltages on the power supply before I plug into the CPU. So I can grab, let's see, can we see that? Put that there. Yeah, we can see that. Okay. And untangle my leads. All right, so I can grab the ground on test point 3, it looks like. Maybe we'll zoom in. Can we zoom in? Yeah, cool. Let's do that. Okay. Hopefully I'll... hey, now we can't read my multimeter. Silly. Let's go back out. I'll just do kind of the best of both worlds. Okay, common, which it looks like test point 3 here. I can put my ground. Hopefully my arm's not in the way. I should just, you know what, I'm going to alligator clip that. That'll make it easier. 1 second. Okay. Oh, my cell phone just went ka-ching. Let's see what that meant. I got an offer for Centigrade 37 promo plastic that's listed in my eBay store for $19.99. I don't know what oh no, it says it did not sell. Wait, why would I get a ka-ching if something didn't sell? That doesn't make any sense. Usually a ka-ching means you got a bid or something sold. Ka-ching, you got no bids. What the, eBay, behave. Okay, so test point 3, we're gonna go over here. Sorry, I'm probably blocking you, but I'm using the alligator clip so that I don't block you moving forward. Okay, gentle. So there's our ground. All right, looks good. Now let's check our voltages. Where's my lead? Okay, here we go. So it says right on the board, it's nice and easy. Test point 1 is right here. It says plus 60 volts DC. And look at that, 65 volts, so that's good. None of this is under load right now. Nothing else is plugged in, so it might be a little bit higher than what it says on the board. That's good. Test point 5, 8 volts. And we got 8.77. Beautiful. Test point 4 is 5 volts. That's probably for the CPU. Come on now, get in there. 5.08. Excellent. Okay. I could dial that up a little bit with this dial if I wanted to, but I think 5.08 is going to be okay. Once I plug it into the CPU, it'll probably go down a little bit right to about 5 volts where it needs to be. And then I'm missing like a 40 volts somewhere. Where is the 40 volt test? Oh, here it is, 42 volt. What do we got? 47 volts. Okay, so I think that accounts for all our voltages. Wait, should be a 4 volts as well. 8 and 4. I forget what it's for. Is it for displays? No. Yes, I forget. But where is it? Do you see it? Test point. Just look for all these little guys. 8. It's amazing how there's sometimes they're just hiding on you. Come on now. 5 volts. 8 volts. 60 volts. 42 volts. Do you see it? Yell at me if you do. There's a 4 volt somewhere. I believe there's supposed to be. If I don't see it in like 3 seconds, I'm going to give up. Oh, but by the way, the 2 LEDs are on here. That's supposed to be that. That's good. And okay. That's it. I give up. Oh wait, there's 5 volt DC on the LED there, and then 12 volts DC there. So I think that everything is happy. Oh, okay. I heard another cha-ching on my other phone here. Let's see if it's actually legitimate this time. For fun. Hey, oh, it did sell. My Centigrade 37 promo plastics. It's a little keychain that was from Pinball Rescue with a Centigrade 37 plastic set. I got like a partial set in a lot, and it had the promo plastic, so I just listed it, and now it is sold. 20 bucks to the high bidder, the only bidder. Okay, so this is good news. Now next what I'm going to do is plug the power supply into the CPU and see if we get action. So I think I am going to, yeah, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to pause first. Okay, so now I have all the ground mods connected here to the main power supply, CPU, driver board. I didn't do these guys because I didn't think I don't think that's too important or critical. And the soundboard, my board repair guy says that it could cause interference, distortion, or whatever. So I'm not going to do the soundboard. Most people do the soundboard, or maybe not most, but some people do, some people don't. If I feel the need to do it, I will. And I think there's a ground point right around one of these pins here that's not used. You can do it if I want to go that route. So I've got the power supply now connected to the CPU. And we're going to turn it on and see what happens. I don't have anything else connected, so we're not going to have solenoids, sound, or lamp chaser lights around the back box. But I'm hoping to get, like, I don't know, maybe is there an LED on that CPU, or at least measure the 5 volts, which I'm sure it'll be fine, but let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, really nothing. No LED there to show anything, but let's grab ground from the strap in the head, go to DC volts, and see if this is like system 1, you can measure the 5 volts. There's probably a test point somewheres, but I believe you can measure the 5 volts on the negative of this capacitor here. So that's positive on the top, on the bottom. So let's go to the negative here. That is getting nothing. So either I'm doing it wrong, or something is awry, but probably me just doing it wrong. Okay, well, let's keep plugging away. All right, well, I decided to basically hook everything up except the driver board because I need to do a ground mod for the harness, and thought I'm just stumbling away, might as well record it, watch the shenanigans as they happen. Okay, A12, P3, J3, that looks like that should go there. That's for the sound board. I think I got the soundboard in the correct orientation, so I'm going to pop that in all the way now. I wasn't 100% sure that was the correct orientation, but now I believe I am true. Okay, so that's there, and then got a couple connectors here. What are we gonna do? This is the displays. I can connect those. Yes. And then, what else can I connect? Oh, maybe I don't know, maybe this red thing's got to be connected for the CPU to work or something. That looks correct. A12, P4, J4. Seems like a match made. Don't always trust the colors because they'll fool you. You can connect what you think are color coordinated connectors and actually get it wrong. That's mostly famous on, what is it? Williams? Okay. What's all this crap? What's next? This? A6? Is A6 the soundboard? Maybe. I don't think I want to connect. That's for a driver. Then I got all this. Oh, this is for the Playfields. Right. Maybe I should put in the lower playfield at some point soon. Yeah, okay. Because I guess I can connect this. That should be okay. I think. I don't know. I'm trying to do it systematically, man. I didn't want to just plug everything in and then just turn it on and hope. But I may just end up doing that because I'm sure all the boards are good and ground mods are done. And I checked everything in the transformer panel. It's all good. I've got, oh, come on now. I don't know if I showed this before, but a nice new capacitor there. All the bridges have been checked. All the fuses have been checked, changed where needed. So, okay, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna deal with this harness. I actually did not have a harness. I had to go digging to find one. Because when I originally got this machine, the wires from this harness here were, you know, had a housing, and here, no, it was all soldered directly to the back of the board. But the other half of the harness was on the driver, okay. But Do I have one back here? Is that where I put it? Or, remember I was digging through stuff and I found all kinds of Gottlieb wire harnesses. Is that where I put it? Where? Let's see. Displays, flipper pads, solenoids, balls, wires, soundboards. That's more displays. There's vacuum attachments. Where did I put that? Is it over here? I have too many parts. Okay. Did I look at the very bottom shelf? There we go. Come on now. That's the System 80B. There's half a harness. A nice new connector if I need that. None of those. This is what I want. I believe that is what I need. So I just need to add the extra wire going from this pin here to this pin here. So I'm going to do that. Never done that before, but should be fairly simple. These are the bifurcated pins, which I actually have a couple. They are not that easy to get or find, but now is the time. So hopefully this harness is good, and because it's kind of important. So I'm going to do that next. Okay. Whoa, my God. Let's try and watch me fumble through doing this connector. Actually, I found a second one that looked like, I don't know, just looked better. I don't know why, but I picked that. So I actually have two of these, which is good. But look at this. I've never used a bifurcated terminal before, but I've collected them over the last few years. I've got that many. Here's about, I don't know, 10. So I'm digging into the bifurcated stash, and it's just, I don't think people make these anymore. I don't know, I could be wrong. They might be available. I don't think they are though. But they got the little kind of like snake tongue look to them. Come on now. How would I stay still and then maybe it'll focus? No? What's your problem? It's not all that exciting to look at. Just focus and get it over with. Okay, I'll stay still. You focus. Sound like a plan? No? Oh, holy shit. Oh yeah, don't worry. I know. I need hand sanitizer. No, I don't. Actually, that's what's causing the dryness. I need hand moisturizer. Okay, anyway. That's what all the fuss is all about. Bifurcations. Okay, so let's do this wire harness. Ground modification. Now Todd Tuckey says you only need one, but PinWiki says do two, because one is for the 5 volts and the other is for the ground. So that's on there nice. You know, I've tried to call Docent Electronics. Actually, I started by emailing them an order and didn't hear back. So like a week or more later, I re-emailed them and I haven't heard back. So a week later or a few days, I called them. Long distance from Canada to USA, eh? And left a message. And I still haven't heard back because they sell these brand spanking new. And I want to buy one. But if they don't answer my phone call, this looks like that goes like that. Come on, baby. Boom. Clicked in there nicely. If they don't answer my phone call or my emails, then how am I going to get brand new wire harnesses? So for now, let's make sure I do this right. This is the second pin in, kind of like, let's go through here. This is second pin in, the little slot. You got to match the little guy there to the slot, like so. And boom, nice little click. So for now, I'm going to have to rely on this 40-year-old connector, which is not ideal. I'm hoping it's going to be fine, but there's only one way to find out. And, well, hopefully I don't find out by blowing up a bunch of transistors on the driver board. That's not the way I want to find out. So, oh, that one's a little dented, and I can't afford to throw it out, so I'll just go I'll straighten that out later. But that one doesn't have a dented wing. This one can still fly. Okay, get in there. It's a great tool, by the way. Buy one. You'll never do or use anything else. Okay, that seems to be on there good. Okay, so pop this in here. Nice solid click. You know you're in. And it's not exactly clear, like, and you just have to assume that the one on pin 2 goes to the one on pin 2 on the back side. The one on pin 1 goes to the one on pin 1 on the front side. I mean, I looked for a little bit, didn't find any definitive, like, do it this way. I'm sure it's out there, but I don't see any reason why you would want to plug pin 1 into pin 2. So I'm assuming that's correct. Boom, ground mod, and extra 5-volt, done. Why does Todd Tucky say only do one? I'm almost afraid to do this improvement and it end up causing some sort of malfunction. But like I said, I do have 3 sets of black hole boards, so if I blow something up, I can just plug in another. So let's see what happens. Okay, next on the list is installing the lower playfield. But first things first, we must install the modified and tested pop bumper boards. So we're going to need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws for that. This should be enough screws to do 18 exactly. And so we can plug it in like so, and then like so. So I'll be able to handle installing this lower playfield on my own, but I'm gonna have to try and enlist the wifey to help me with the main playfield, because that is just big and heavy and awkward, and it's gotta fit into the cabinet squarely, or else it's going to be a problem. Once you have been working on all these separate components for so long, you know, the playfield's separate, the board's separate, the cabinet's separate. It's starting to kind of feel the satisfaction once it's all kind of coming together. And especially once both playfields are in and all the boards are in, then we can turn on the machine and pray for no smoke, right? That's the goal. So we'll just make sure these are all comfy, not too tight. You don't want them the board to be like bending because it's so tight. That's a good way to, like, you know, crack a trace. All right, This is my unhacking from before. Hopefully the unhack of Buddy's work, whoever that was, is successful. So there's a lot of unknowns. And we'll know a lot once we plug it in. Hopefully we'll know a lot of good stuff. Okay, Playfield and cabinet are going to unite for the first time in, I don't know, a month or two, somewhere between that. Okay, let's just hope I'm doing this right. The head is kind of in the way. Wait a minute. That's the way Playfield typically is, with the flippers towards you, but not the black hole lower Playfield. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try not to get my mic caught up in the action. Oh shit. There's wires in the way? No? Okay, no, you gotta slide and lock. Okay, look at that. That's success. There's a few connectors I gotta get connected though. Where are they? And, okay, we gotta close this up. That, oh, where does this go? We should plug that in too while we're at it. A1, J5. Okay, that is part of the driver board. You can't see that. I mean CPU, that's CPU. Where's that going? I don't know. But I feel like if I can kind of figure out and master a black hole, then I can pretty much tackle almost anything, because there's a lot to this guy. But I feel like, you know, the first 80% takes you X number of hours, and the last 20% takes you X number of hours. It's all that fine tuning that can really take a lot of time, and the final tweakages. Okay, so here's 3 connectors. Where do you guys want to be connected? Should be obvious. I thought I just looked under here. Okay, so they don't fit here because that's not going to be it. Is it? Oh, I think that connects to the upper Playfield actually. Yeah, so, but look at that. We got a Playfield in a cabinet. That's fun. Okay, so I think I need to enlist the wifey now. That's going to be the next step. Cool. Well, it's coming together. And there it is. Black hole has been put back together again. And you know what I just realized? I forgot to put on all the pop bumper boards first. That's going to be awkward now. It would have been so much easier on the rotisserie. I guess I got a little too excited. What a bummer. But I'll figure it out. I got a little ceiling height to deal with. So anyway, it's together. So yay.